Sometimes you can have a nice long pause in between your flows. Say something really impactful.
Yeah, you know, I don't necessarily think he's doing boom bap bouncy flows at all here, to be honest with you.
Yo, what's up everybody? We are back with another reaction.
Been a pretty decent fan of Chris Webby for a while now, so I'm excited to start reacting to his music. I've never heard this song before. I'm excited to get to it. Let's get to it. This is Chris Webby's Fire in My Blood.
Official video.
Fire in my blood as I've been walking on them coals. They try to hold my tongue, but I just will not be controlled. So here I am as an honest man, just me, myself, and I won't leave. They could slap my hand, but still I stand for the promised land. So watch me bleed. Yeah, stay in.
I want to say right off the rip, wow, this video is shot beautifully. I mean, just look at this one shot right here that I paused on. The lighting, camera angle, the cinematography.
Looks like it could easily be translated into a painting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like when you look at it. But
this could easily be a painting or a scene from an actual movie.
Yeah, what I want to say is, like, just from this first chorus hook, whatever you may, I feel like Chris Webby, I think, is really starting to find his voice, which is a testament to how long it takes to find your voice. Chris Webby's been making music for a long time. Well, maybe not find his voice more so, but maybe he's in a transformation stage where he's transcending or transforming into the next stage of artistry within what he's doing.
I'm finished! Finally, I'm a beautiful butterfly!
When you think Chris Webby, you think Chris Webby, great rapper, kills bars, sick flow. You know what I mean?
Aggressiveness.
Aggressiveness, you know? But from the last song, Baggage, and I know he has songs before this song that are not as aggressive and they're more subject matter, not just killing bars, but there's something different about these new lines of songs that he's making. They feel like they're coming from an authentic place inside of him of whatever he's experiencing now, and I feel like all the practice of making all those songs before are really starting to show dividend right now, because we're starting to hear better melodies, better hooks. We're starting to hear song structure. I'm just hearing Chris Webby use his voice like I've never heard him use it before. And I've always thought he's had a nice voice, to be honest with you. You know, he's got a rich tone to his voice, slightly raspy. You know what I mean? Very resonant. But he's truly starting to, and this is when someone, I think, really starts to grow into their voice, when his voice, his melodies, along with the subject matter, is striking an emotional chord inside of me just off the sound alone. Wow. Then I'm like, wow, they're really starting to master their voice. That's what I'm getting from him right now, man. Now, I gotta say, I got goosebumps just from that first hook. I got goosebumps.
I'm trying to see what the rap is gonna be like, so let's get back to it.
Watch me bleed. Yeah, staying true until it's over like a chosen one. Never sold my fucking soul and never hold my tongue. You see, the pen is mightier than the sword, and that's why I'm holding one. But none are mightier than the bullet, so keep a loaded gun, only to protect myself. Gotta have that weapon shelf, cause speaking your mind could be dangerous, but I can't help myself. The demons running this planet have got the devil's help, so fuck if I ain't making sure that I got Smith & Wesson's help. I'm not.
Demons running this planet got the devil's help. Basically just getting a point across that I'm not gonna hold my tongue and I'm gonna speak my mind, but because of that, there are forces in this world lingering that make it dangerous for people like me to exist. People who want to tell the truth, say it how it is, to go against the grain, so to speak. Classic boom bap, bouncy flows, but put in a different setting, a different type of melody. There's even slight melody in his rap right now. And the fact that his first few flows were fairly simple, but the word choice was very deep and impactful, shows a level of maturity. Sometimes you don't gotta go balls to the wall with your flow. Sometimes you can have a nice long pause in between your flows. Say something really impactful.
Yeah, you know, I don't necessarily think he's doing boom bap bouncy flows at all here, to be honest with you. I think he's doing more of what I like to call, I personally call this statement rap. you know? More similar to like early 2000s type bars. He's sticking with a specific flow structure, at least for these first couple bars, and he's kind of just making bold statements, you know what I mean? Using what he's saying with a simple kind of like flow thing, you know, da-na-na-na, you know, da-na-na-na, da-ba-da, ba-na-na-na, demons in the planet that got the devil's help.
I get boom
you know
bap from that,
you know?
honest with you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Early 2000s guys don't really flow with short bursts of continuous flows like that.
yes, the good, yes, the good ones do. The good ones do.
Okay.
The good ones, like J. Cole, you can see the influence in J. Cole. This kind of reminds me more of J. Cole,
So
actually.
we can say this is a combination of the
both.
two.
Yeah, okay.
That's where
I'm cool to say
gives merit
Oh, I'm not done yet, though.
to the evolution
Yeah.
of Chris Webby.
Yeah, but like speaking on the subject matter, Chris Webby, as you mentioned, he's just saying like, fuck it, like I've never been one to hold my tongue. You know, I love how he said that the pen is sharper than the sword, so he chooses that route when attacking or when speaking his mind or when fighting maybe against the system or against, you know, that which he doesn't believe. He uses his pen, AKA his music. Chris Webby has been very vocal in a lot of his other music about how he feels about, I guess, the state of the world we're in, you know? And I don't think he's gotten too political just yet in this song. I don't know if he'll go that direction, but he has gotten political before, and he has expressed that, like, he's not down with the whole controlling freedom of speech, trying to control the narrative, trying to cancel you for saying what you want to say. And I think that this song, or that this part of the song is stemming from that belief of what he's got going on. Hold on a second. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? We just wanted to take the time out to say thanks for watching the reaction. We also wanted to take the time out to introduce you to who we are and what we do. We're Strawhat Dynasty, a twin breakdancing rap duo from NYC. We've worked years now in cultivating our ability to make quality music videos, breakdancing, and overall entertaining. We pour everything we have into every song, every video, in order to provide you with the best entertainment experience possible. So if you would take the time to check out some of our original music, our content, and follow us on all platforms, we would super appreciate it. We're just two brothers following our dreams, and we appreciate your support as you join us on this life journey. Thanks so much. Now back to the reaction.
Yeah, staying true until it's over like a chosen one. Never sold my fucking soul and never hold my tongue. You see, the pen is mightier than the sword, and that's why I'm holding one. But none are mightier than the bullet, so keep a loaded gun, only to protect myself. Gotta have that weapon shelf, cause speaking your mind could be dangerous, but I can't help myself. The demons running this planet have got the devil's help, so fuck if I ain't making sure that I got Smith & Wesson's help. I'm not by nature a violent man or a killer, just a little off kilter. My mind is without a filter. Who knew as I got bigger I'd rise to become a pillar of that real shit, in a game where the highest bidder holds the...
Yo, look at this shot. Look at how beautiful this shot is. This light coming from the window. And they're probably using the bare minimum light behind the camera. This is mainly just natural lighting at its best. You can't beat it. Can't beat it. Giving it a highly contrast view. There's a lot of contrast here, if you see. And the only things that are lit are the only things being reflected by the light. This looks dope.
You know what this reminds me of? You know when, like, you buy a picture frame and there's already a picture in it?
Ah, that's a good one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This looks like that picture you will find in the picture frame you're gonna buy. Typically, those are like high quality shot pictures, so that just goes to show you the depth and the level of shooting that this is on. This is in high quality level shooting.
You see, the pen is mightier than the sword, and that's why I'm holding one. But none are mightier than the bullet, so keep a loaded gun, only to protect myself. Gotta have that weapon shelf, cause speaking your mind could be dangerous, but I can't help myself. The demons running this planet have got the devil's help, so fuck if I ain't making sure that I got Smith & Wesson's help. I'm not by nature a violent man or a killer, just a little off kilter. My mind is without a filter. Who knew as I got bigger I'd rise to become a pillar of that real shit, in a game where the highest bidder holds the puppet strings, hanging off these fraudulent rappers. Those pretend to give...
I love how he went bitter rhymes.
Fraudulent, iller.
Iller, and then he used the bidder, the highest bidder, to transition into the next rhyme scheme. And I'm sorry, I stopped it too early, but I just thought that was super dope.
No, this is what we do. We talk about the technicality. Chris Webby, even in a song that can seem as simple as this, is still very technical. And look at that. He's writing fire in my blood as we speak. on this paper.
A filter, who knew as I got bigger I'd rise to become a pillar of that real shit. In a game where the highest bidder holds the puppet strings, hanging off these fraudulent rappers. Those pretend to give a fuck off of the marketing rappers, claiming dope but got a ghost writing all of it rappers. It's a shame we even calling them rappers. Fuck 'em. Fire in my blood as I've been walking on them coals. Try to hold my tongue, but I just will not be controlled. So here I am as an honest man, just me, myself, and I won't leave. They could slap my hand, but still I stand for the promised land. So watch me bleed.
Wow.
And
That hook is better the second time
it's
around.
better the second time around. And before we get into the hook, he's just like, yo, man, like, I'm just sick and tired of these, he says, fraudulent rappers who are held by the puppet strings of
The highest bidder.
Of the highest bidder, of the whoever's, record companies, or even beyond that, if we want to get, all conspiracy theory about it. But, there's always that motive that somebody of higher powers controlling the powers that be to control the masses. Music is a great way.
Especially young people.
Especially young people. And he's like, yo, they're just, it's a shame we even get to call them rappers. These guys who they got ghostwriters, they don't even write their own shit. He's basically shitting on the mainstream that's poisoning the minds of the youth for whatever reason, not having them enabled to grow or build up. I would want to speak my mind more on what makes this hook second time around so dope, but I'm gonna let my brother handle that.
Yeah, and we this is no secret that Chris Webby feels this way. We've heard this. The first time I really heard him go off on it was that freestyle he did on Sway, I think in 2018. It was like the first freestyle of the year. I don't know how I remembered that. I think that's what it was, but it was so impactful. I remember it was crazy, where he was like,
crazy.
I'll say what everyone's thinking, Lil Pump is whack. And then he was just like going in about
mumble rappers.
I'm not even 30 and I think this shit is fucking trash.
How they're
I remember he was doing this too.
Uneducated.
Yeah, and I teach him how to read and write. That shit made me laugh, man. Yo, but he was killing it too with the bars, man. Woo. Triple wide Trojan, bars cut through him like Logan. This shit was crazy.
Even in the beginning, he's like, I'm assembling tracks on this bar like a train track or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm assembling bars on this like a train track. I said
he was I forgot, train conductor. I don't know, something like that.
Dope.
All I know is this is no secret that he feels this way. I think this is just a further maybe this is stemming from that place. But now he's putting it into more like song form and just like maybe this is a different point of view. You know what I mean? Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
The only way you'll take my freedom of speech is with a bullet. But if that shit don't leave me deceased, I'll take a momentary second just to heal in peace and come back even harder with that much more reason to speak. Do I need a repeat? You gotta kill me to silence me. Fire in my blood, you'll take a risk if you trying me. And more important than if I win or I fucking lose, is that I'm spilling your blood too. You see, the fact of it is,
I ain't going down without a fight, is what he's saying.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you down with me.
You going down with me.
You going down, down.
I'm gonna speak my mind. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Exactly. And that's basically just what he said, man. You can't, if you're gonna take my freedom of speech, you better be ready to fucking shoot me. And if you don't kill me, I'm coming back for your ass. Stronger, and I'm going harder. So he's basically just saying like, hey, what don't kill you make you stronger. Obviously, he might be speaking in metaphor. He might quite literally be speaking because, I don't know. A lot of people, aside from Chris Webby, have expressed that they think this is where the future is going. They think because of cancel culture and, the extreme woke left, not getting political, just saying that trying to control speech will lead to violence. And I can see how that could happen. I'm not gonna get into it, but I think that maybe that's where this is stemming from, so.
Yep, and as far as the technical stuff goes, just listen to it when we play it again, you'll hear it. He's gonna be rhyming a lot of the same sounds multiple times.
The only way you'll take my freedom of speech is with a bullet. But if that shit don't leave me deceased, I'll take a momentary second just to heal in peace and come back even harder with that much more reason to speak. Do I need a repeat? You gotta kill me to silence me. Fire in my blood, you'll take a risk if you trying me. And more important than if I win or I fucking lose, is that I'm spilling your blood too. You see, the fact of it is, I just got something that ain't right in my brain. At my expense, I've gone against every side of the grain. Blackballed from the game, this pariah became a fucking pressure cooked diamond through the fire and flames. I'm living in the eye of the storm, it's all I know. It feels like home, the echoes in the hallway grow to a crescendo, taken from my all-time low. So light the fuse and it's off I go.
That was super poetic. Oh my
The
God.
echoes, what you said, the echoes in the hallway.
Glow?
Go?
Glow?
Flow,
Oh,
go until they go into a crescendo.
He said I was like, he's like, I've always been one to go against the grain at my own expense. Being blackballed, guess that means he's being like isolated or ignored by the mainstream. Basically the repercussions of speaking his mind, he's been feeling it over and over again. And metaphorically, he's like building a sword of something. Maybe the sword is like a metaphor for the truth.
Or the pen that he uses.
Oh,
you said in the
sword is
beginning.
mightier than the pen. Good.
Exactly.
You know,
the pen is mightier than the sword.
And I like the whole aesthetic of this. He's got like this whole like lumberjack, get away from the mainstream by going into the woods. Like a lot of people, when they want to clear their mind, they go to like a cabin in the woods and they just fucking them in nature. And he got this whole, you know, facial hair, the dark colors, the forest, the pickup truck kind of thing. Like,
yeah,
very manly.
And I really like, he said something like, I'm living in the eye of the storm. Like, I think he's just basically saying, hey, this is where I'm living, it's where I've been living. I'm in the eye of the storm, I'm in the fire. So this is all I know now. You know, I'm used to being under attack. I'm used to having backlash. I'm used to the struggle that comes with being my authentic self. Cause I'm just gonna be my authentic self regardless of whether you like it or not. That's all I know, that's all I've ever known. I'm dealing with the repercussions of being with my authentic self, and the repercussion for that is constantly living in the eye of the storm. So this is just like new to me. You know what I mean? Like if you're living in a country where, this is just a metaphor, where you're always at war, eventually war just becomes normal to you and you kind of just become desensitized to it and might not affect you. It might not be as impactful or affect you heavily as it did before, but it definitely still affects you. And you can hear it in the tone of his voice. His tone is like, kind of like one of those like, I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep pushing, keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Yeah, keep pushing.
Right? And I think that's the tone of the song. He's like, I'm gonna give you my truth. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm still my own man. I'm still pushing hard, but this does get draining, and that's what I'm getting from that, you know?
Your blood too. You see, the fact of it is, I just got something that ain't right in my brain. At my expense, I've gone against every side of the grain. Blackballed from the game, this pariah became a fucking pressure cooked diamond through the fire and flames. I'm living in the eye of the storm, it's all I know. It feels like home, the echoes in the hallway grow to a crescendo, taken from my all-time low. So light the fuse and it's off I go. Yeah. Fire in my blood as I've been
great transition.
walking on them coals.
Okay, After Effects.
They try to hold my tongue, but I just will not be controlled.
That's a real
Here
looking
I
fire.
am as an honest man, just me, myself, and I won't leave.
It looks real.
They could slap my hand, but still I stand for the promised land. So watch me bleed. I got fire in my blood. I got fire in my blood. So watch me bleed.
Is that guitar over there?
I got fire in my blood. Fire in my blood, so watch me bleed.
What a beautiful video. No, let it rock to the end. This is it. We're not gonna go back.
Fire in my blood, so watch me bleed.
All right, so what I really like about this hook, right? He starts off the beginning of the hook, or it might be a pre-hook, I don't know, saying whatever he's saying, and then when he goes to, here I am, the promised land, when he does that, he layers it with
a higher pitch,
tone of him singing the same hook, but in a higher pitch.
and that higher pitch is EQ'd so that he takes a lot of the low end out, what makes something sound whole, and then it sounds more hollow, right? And then he puts mad reverb on it.
And then mixes it lovely so that it blends in with the main layer, which is his main voice, his rich Chris Webby voice, which is, Chris Webby's a lot of like these mid-range frequencies. Like literally Chris Webby sounds like he's like in the middle of the mid-range. That's like his natural voice. And then he's got this higher tone, which will require him to do the same hook in a higher tone, which is another level of doing it effectively, is another level of artistry and learning how to manipulate and use your voice. So he's got the high pitch tone on top of his regular mid-range tone. Remember that high pitch, EQ'd, taking a lot of that low end frequency out, taking it out, and now it's this hollow kind of sound. They put a lot more reverb on it and then they mix it lovely so it has this effect on it.
Oh, fire in my blood. Chris Webby, I gotta say, this has put some fire in our blood, straight up to react. And just listen to more Chris Webby. What a beautiful song. Just a good balance of good rap techniques, good mixing techniques, song structure.
Great video.
Great video, melodic usage of the voice, just enough, using the strength, the best way to use his voice. We all got different voices. We can all use them different ways. And just overall, metaphorically, a very good piece of art. I really enjoyed Fire in My Blood.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, this truly is a work of art, how he put this together. And I think it's a testament to the artist that he is growing into, the artist he has become, because he's pulling from a lot of different hats here, as you mentioned, from the rapping to the mixing, to the video, to the melodies. He's really pulling and creating this full overall song, very well-rounded, and I really enjoyed it. This is something I think I will definitely listen to on repeat.
Honestly, I would put this video on equal footings of quality in terms of song and video up there with Baggage. Straight up, I would put it on the same level because it came out a few weeks after Baggage and it's just like, okay, well, I guess this is the standard I'm upholding now for all my work moving forward.
And that's not to say Chris Webby's videos before haven't been of high quality. They have been of high quality, but these last two videos seem way more cinematic. You know what I mean? Like they look like movies. Pretty awesome.
So Fire in My Blood, that shit was awesome. It was dope. And I can't wait to go down this rabbit hole. So let us know in the comments below, what Chris Webby song do you want us to react to?
Yes, what Chris Webby song would you like us to react to next? We want all the different sides of Chris Webby. We want the bars, emotional stuff, real stuff, controversial stuff. We want everything, freestyles, whatever, let us know.
If you found any value from this video or were just entertained, please like, comment, subscribe, share if possible.
And yeah, check out our music. You might like it. We dropped a couple songs in the past 4 months, at least one song per month. That's 4 new songs.
2 of those songs we're dropping music videos for, so.
All right, I'm Trix the Hooligan.
And I'm Jules the Buddha Monk.
We are Strawhat Dynasty,
your favorite rapping
breaking
twins from
NYC. Peace.